So, good morning for day 3 of Thailand. So this morning I was craving boat noodles. Now there's a whole alleyway dedicated to boat noodles in Bangkok. And I'm going to my personal favourite one that I went to a while back, last time I was here. And I'm going to start there, have a couple bowls, and then we're going to walk down the river all the way down to Victory Monument, stopping at a couple of places along the way for more boat noodles, see how many bowls we're going to eat, and see if I have a personal favourite after this little walk down the alley. So boat noodles started off by being served on a boat on the river, and they were usually smaller, but like big bowls with smaller amounts of filling, so that they could basically pass them across the boats without spilling them. And they are thickened with the blood of the animal, and honestly it's bloody phenomenal. So let's get in and have a go. So this is where we're going. It's right next to a little temple. Should have worn a hat today because it is red hot, and we are just going in to this giant shed basically. So let's see what we can get. There's a little bit on my phone because they don't really let you film it, especially not up close to the noodles, because they're worried that they'll see what they put into them. I just went for one spicy pork, one spicy chicken, and they're small bowls so you can eat a lot of them. So the plan is I'm going to have a pork and a beef in each one and move down the river and just keep eating in each market as each boat noodle shop as I come along there. Okay, so I've just finished up with the first place. Now you probably won't see much of it. I've done a little bit on my phone because obviously they have a lot of signs up there saying no filming, which I had heard about since I was last there. I think people were trying to figure out what was in their recipe so that they could basically steal it, perhaps, I don't know. So this is a bit further away from the rest of the alley. I'm walking down the river now, as you can see, and then down and around the corner from here is the rest of the boat noodle alley, if you will. So I just had a glass bottle of Sprite, pork scratchings that you have on the table. They're obviously at an extra charge, and then a beef noodle and a chicken noodle. Sorry, a beef noodle and a pork noodle. Both of them spicy, and they were spicy. This is the first time I've actually said spicy, and I found them quite spicy. But all of that was just under £1.50. Came in at 58 baht, so about £1.40 for 2 bowls of noodles and a bottle of Sprite. Can't buy a bottle of Sprite back home for that price. So I am walking down to the rest of the alleyway now, hoping that I don't burn the ass off my scalp before I get there. I've seen lots of ripples on the top of the river. There's a lot of fish in there. I've seen videos of some of the people feeding fish in some of the rivers, and there's just millions of them all over the place, which is incredible. So, but yeah, just kind of walking down now. This will lead me all the way down to Victory Monument, which is cool. And there's people kind of just building up some beans on the river, which is cool. They're just taking them off for, is it tamarind? I'm not sure what it is. But it is hot here today, so we're gonna go grab ourselves a juice from somewhere as well, cool ourselves down. But I mean, it's sort of a lovely area, and yeah, it's kind of gotta watch where you're walking that you don't lose your footing. But it's probably dirtier than the Thames, the river itself, but then it's been used for so much for so long that I'm not really surprised. So anyway, we're going to get down to the street, find a few more places to eat, and hopefully I'll be able to video there a bit more. So we'll have a look at ganders when we get there. as you can see, it runs down both sides, not quite as far on one side. Then you go over the river and it runs just a little bit longer further down. That's the end of the alley. So we're now going to go and grab some somewhere. So I told a lie. The other side of the river is like a hawker centre that don't just do boat noodles, they do like a mix of everything else as well. And there's also another market just across the road from here. So we'll probably try and fit all 3/2 in today as we walk down. Because it's breakfast, so it's early. Still only not even midday yet. So we'll have a little walk around the other market and see what we can get as well. And then the boat noodles will resume. So we shall see. Fried bananas and sweet potato. We'll jump up in here. There's another little store going on. It's not massive. But there's a few things. Lots of grilled foods again. We'll probably just go straight back over to the boat noodle alley. Got some fried chicken from Mu Ping, but boat noodles before anything else. So we're going to go back over and grab some boat noodles. So there is an almighty queue for this one at the end here, but everywhere's like super busy. So we will grab a table somewhere and get into some, I think, along here. So next stop was Payak boat noodles. So I went for a sour noodle soup, a chicken soup, and a beef soup in this one. They serve bowls of crispy fried pork and crispy fried pork garlic on the side. Obviously, when they offer it to you, just be aware it is an extra charge, but it's only like 50-60 pence. So I have here. This is the sour noodle soup with the pork. This looks like it would be the beef soup, perhaps. And then the pork, or the other way around anyway. One of the two. So, I am really, really looking forward to this. So, I'm going to add some of the crispy pork and garlic bits to each of my soups. So these are just a little flavour of garlic. And that really does add like texture to your bowls. And obviously the bowls themselves are quite soft. So I'm sorry. Start with the sour soup. It's not too sour. There's also nice like pink pork. That pork broth is delicious. I think there's some fish cake in here as well. Yeah. Some fried wontons. It wasn't as sour as I was expecting. Just gonna add a little. Thank you. A little bit of that spicy vinegar. Some big old pieces of fried pork. The addition of that sour vinegar really helps. And a cup of coke. I'll wash it all now. I think it's great that they're all located in one place. Because you got that kind of competition. Nobody really bothers you to go into their place. You might get the odd one kind of point if you're on a table. But ultimately, obviously, there's competition as well. So the competition keeps everything reasonable. Sour soup, even though it's delicious, I prefer the more traditional thickened with blood soups. They're very, very good. That little addition of the vinegar that I added really does help. Now on to the star of the show. So the first one I'm going into is beef. The colour of the noodle alone, look how much darker they are. Soaked in all the colour and flavour of that broth. Again, touch of vinegar. Obviously the vinegar is chili vinegar, so it is a bit spicy. The beef meat isn't as tender as the first one, but there's a lot more in it. It doesn't appear to be any liver like the first. The balls are nice and stringy, really delicious. I think the sauce has a little more sweetness here as well. Not much more, just a little bit. And I mean, for like 50 pence a bowl, especially with the amount of beef in this one, Getting really good deals. Can't go wrong with the portions. Before I finish in Thailand, I may come back up here and just see how many bowls I can eat in one sitting. Coming up to finishing part 4, soon to be 5. Feeling pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with these. And then that might be the video. If I go anywhere else, I probably won't film it, because obviously, ultimately, everywhere you go, you're going to get these lovely little golden bowls of goodness that are just incredible. And I love the idea of it just being small, cheap, reasonable. You can come in and have one bowl and a Coke for like £1, or you can go to town and even if you eat like 20 bowls, it's still about a tenner. It's just delicious. Unbelievably good. So I only stuck with the 5 bowls of noodles, and it didn't fill me up, but it certainly quashed the cravings. So now we are going to walk around to the BTS and head down to probably Siam Paragon to have a little look around the shopping mall and enjoy some well-deserved air conditioning, although they were all air conditioned, so that was actually quite nice. But yeah, boat noodles is the future. I mean, it's the past obviously, but I feel it could be the future again. Bloody love them. But again, thanks for watching. Hit a like, subscribe, bell button, and yeah, I'll see you at the next one.